All right, so today we're going to talk about inspections, and what I like to title it is what to expect when you are inspecting. All right, so most important thing I want to let you know is when you're buying a home or any real estate and you hire an inspector or maybe more than one inspector, keep this in mind. You are hiring them to tell you about the demerits or the things that are wrong on different levels for the real estate that you're purchasing. You are not hiring them to make you feel warm and cozy about what an awesome purchase you're making, whether it's something you really love or maybe you're getting a great price, etc. Their job is just to give you the black and white, here's what's right, here's what's wrong, etc. Now, once we collect all of those reports, we're going to get together, we're going to talk about them, and then we're going to submit to the seller what we call an inspection notice. And an inspection notice is a formal document where we would actually type up, here are the things that we found that we would like to ask you, the seller, to take corrective action on. And at that time, we are now back at the negotiating table. And usually what happens is there's some type of a compromise between us and the seller about what they're going to address between that time and when we go to closing. If you are one of my unique and special customers that are buying a property in as-is condition, what that means is you are allowed to do inspections, generally speaking, not all the time, but generally speaking. However, once we get the results of those inspections back, really at that point, you are making a decision if you're going to move forward or we're going to reject the offer completely and cancel the contract and walk away. However, keep this in mind. When you are purchasing a property in as-is condition, and we do get the results of those inspections back and you are not happy, but maybe you could become happy if maybe one item was addressed, or maybe if we got an additional discount on the sale price, we can talk about that and maybe go back to the seller and see what happens. But generally speaking, just remember when you're buying a property as is, you are trading one thing for another thing. You are trading retail price for some type of wholesale price in exchange for we're not going back to the seller to say, hey, we want you to fix this list of things. Okay, so if you're still having questions after all the inspections, this is definitely a point in the process where we want to over communicate as needed. Call me anytime, always going to be available to talk about the very specific items on inspections, and we'll go from here.